there's so many people that are interested in collecting art, how to get started. Some people are intimidated. They feel, if I don't know everything, I don't know what to do.
I consider myself a novice. I'm an art lover. So being called an art collector makes me feel kind of fancy, but I'm more just an art lover, and it started about 10 years ago for me. I got my first original piece of art on my honeymoon in Maui, and it was the first thing that I had bought online that was a reproduction of some sort, and my husband and I, it just spoke to us. It was a portrait of kind of a dual face, and I was in romantic mode, and I thought, look, one half is you and one half is me. And we brought it home, and it sort of snowballed. My love of that, every time I walked by every day knowing that I was the only person that had it, I just started looking around for other things to buy. And in the back of my mind, always thought I would really like to support local Houston artists. And so that is still the majority, not all, because I travel, but the majority of my collection are some of my local Houston artists that I've met. I tried to show it, I tried to make my own little video for Facebook. Like, I wish you could see it, like, you know, and I tried to put my camera because it's metal flakes and diamond dust. I know, just the word diamond dust. I'm like, oh. And I thought it was so beautiful. William Lloyd did this. And I have this dining room table in there that can scratch. He says he can do this on a table.
When you see a piece, are you moved toward how it makes you feel, or is there any other component in when you find a piece that you want to add to your collection?
I am totally impulse driven. It's like, you know, when you go shoe shopping and you just see something, you're like, oh, I have to have that. I don't try to talk myself into it because it'll be a good investment, because it matches over the coffee table, anything like that. It has to be something that really speaks to me, and if I really love it, I will find a place to put it.
How important is the artist that creates the art to you? How do you feel about that?
It's become important to me. At the beginning, I didn't really think about that. I didn't have that component. The first piece of art that I purchased was at a gallery from, I had no idea who the artist was at the time, but now that I've had people, the artists come and they've brought the work in, they've brought in several of their pieces, say 5 or 6, and I look at them and I see which one, you know, I really love, and we walk around, and then I get a connection, a friendship with them, and so then it's even more special because I can't help but think of them every time I walk by it every day. You know?
Right. And so, and you encompass maybe with charitable events, live painting. How do you feel that arts may intertwine a little bit with the charity events?
Oh, absolutely. First of all, we have so many artists that donate their time. Taft McWhorter is a big one. He donates to almost any of the charitable things. He will paint live. He will do anything to give back to the community, which is really nice. I've also purchased pieces at auctions from artists that I would not have heard of before. David Fink does an amazing mosaics, and I was lucky enough to be the winning bidder on one of his pieces, so I have that. And also, artists tend to hang together. So when you meet one, likely they'll say, this is my friend so-and-so who's also an artist. It's important to me, the whole thing of giving back. It's not just one party after another.
Yes.
If it was, honestly, I wouldn't want to go anymore. I've been to so many parties, like you've seen one, you've seen them all. So if there's no real purpose behind it, but I do pick and choose.
Yes.
And so Love 146 is a big one for me. I'm not even sharing or co-chairing anything for them this year, but I'm always trumping for them, trying to, do a lot with sex trafficking of children here, and they deal with prevention, which is the big deal for me. So, and then of course Annika got me involved with her organization. She's my business partner, so I'm never getting out of that one. That one I will stay with.
Yeah, that's definitely something that we're definitely wanting to explore in 2017. And we just want to be so active within the Houston community, not just exist as a business, but actually, intertwine within our community. It's something that we definitely sat together and we're like, okay, we need to
Oh, and there's so many ways. There's so many ways to do it. It doesn't have to be all-consuming. You don't realize what power you have. Just the power of sometimes a post of something. that brings light to something that other people have never heard of before. I also helped produce the erotic art event this year that we had at the JW Marriott downtown, and that was fantastic. I admit I am guilty. They had all the art displayed, and I bought a piece before the doors even opened. I was like, is that sold yet? Put a red sticker on it. Put a red sticker on that. I got the Patty Potter, the lips that she did, and there was somebody that wanted it so much they commissioned her to do one that night. Right. So that was kind of cool.
Great. And if you commission a piece, what is your motivation when you feel like you like an artist's work, but you want something specifically made just for you? How does that work?
For me, it's usually a color or a size issue.
Okay.
So I really love what they have, but it's just all in this color scheme that just I can't make it work. And my house is pretty much a blank slate. I keep all the walls white, but every once in a while there's just something I just can't make it match anything, but I love what they do. So I say, could you do that in blue? And normally they like to recreate something. Or I love that. Could it be this big though instead of and so but I never try to change what they do. Not only that, I'm very I've commissioned from Taft twice, and he's always trying to get my input, and I keep saying, this is what you do. Just surprise me. I don't want to be standing over him telling him how to do it. He's the artist, then it just kills it. I trust you. So just, don't put any chartreuse in there and we're all good. If I did live in a house totally by myself with no men in it, would my artistic taste change a little bit? So I think maybe I do by a little bit thinking about what my husband would like.
When you go into a gallery and maybe speak with the gallery's owner, is there certain information that you kind of want to know, or just leave me alone, I want to just look and just feel it?
It depends on if my husband's there or not.
Okay.
Yeah. If it's just me, just leave me alone and let me look.
Right.
If it's him, he's going to want some background. Right. He's going to probably want to know how much it is. That'll probably be one of his first 3 questions. He'll want to know more about it, and I don't know if he's really curious or he thinks those are just the questions you're supposed to ask. Kind of like buying a car, he doesn't feel justified unless you've covered all your bases. But no, for me it's just, it speaks to me or not, although I appreciate being educated on pieces. I mean, most of the time I don't know the artist. It's helpful to hear about the medium. When I got a new piece the other day that came in my William Lloyd that's all sparkly, I didn't know how that was made.
The process.
Yeah.
Right.
So he had to tell me that it was metal flakes and diamond dust, and of course when he said diamond dust, he had me at diamond dust.
Right.
I'm like, oh, I love it.
Very true. Well, we thank you for allowing us to come into your home. Your home is beautiful.
Thank you.
And your art, I just kind of, my heart started pattering. I just love your collection and really appreciate that you're supporting Houston living artists. Everyone has their choice and there's no right or wrong.
That's right.
But living artists, it's really exciting to be able to speak with someone that created what you made. And it's fine if collectors want to collect the older postmodern or
absolutely. That's the one thing. It doesn't. Yes. You can keep recycling that. It keeps on going. But yeah, I do like having pieces created, and I like having a little bit of a connection with some of the artists if I can. It makes it a little more special for me personally.